Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta and a lowrider, pancaking it. Now that's a bad habit. Bye-ya, bye-ya. In a minute, let's start a direct fashion, man. We're going to get straight into the content of the day. I highly appreciate all the support I've been getting. But let's continue that, man. Let's continue that trend. So hit the like and subscribe button. Put your notification bells on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content that I'm kicking. I'm fumbling over my words today, like the motherfucking Kansas City Chiefs were doing against the Green Bay Packers. Now, look, this is real talk, ain't it? You know, C-Mac is back incarcerated, Crip Mac. Now, I know a lot of the raza, man, don't give a fuck about this cat, right? That's black business, homie. Who cares, eh? Spencer, you know, he should be smart enough not to be riding around with straps. But you know what? Quietly as it's kept, black and brown, man, is something that I pay attention to, you know? I don't hate C-Mac, man. I can't hate on this cat, man. He's a beloved fellow, man. He does some funny things. A lot of people respect his get down. A lot of people show him love just based on the character he is, you know? So I can't hate on him, and I won't. One thing I can say for sure is an ugly look, man, when you get locked up. Now, he's seen this one coming, but I don't know if he's seen it coming at a federal level, you know, because according to the word on the curb, you know, the people are saying that he got charged federally, you know, and that's how they bamboozle you. You get caught with a gun, you automatically think, okay, man, it's just a state case, no big deal, man, a little slap on the wrist. I got a few increments, cuz I'm going to slide a little bit to Mama Bear. I'm going to give a little bit to China Mac because he's going to go ahead and need that. I'm going to slide a little bit to Adam. Oh, wait up, Adam, you're supposed to be paying me. He paid me in pussy. And so now this cat gives a little bit to the lawyer and expects to be getting a state case. But they had a bamboozlization waiting for him, man. When he went to court yesterday morning, he was apprehended by the feds. And so now he's got a Fed case. You know, he just did an interview on No Pumper where he had said that, you know, he was looking at about 8 more months. But he was going to slide a little funds to his lawyer and try to make that disappear or go away. One thing I could tell you, when you're an ex-con, especially one that just got out of prison, so you're still on parole to some degree, some level, you can't get caught with your second gun case and believe that that's going to just fly away. Okay, you're not Wes Watson, homie. That just doesn't disappear because you got money. Shit like that doesn't happen. If anything, you're going to do more time. See, when you have priors, they're going to use your priors against you. So what happened yesterday? He slid into court and they slid through the side door, man, and took him. The feds have charged Crip Mac. Now, what's going to happen? Oh, he's going to do every bit of a day of time, right? He's going to do some time. I don't think he's going to be bailed out. I don't think even Adam can save him. At this point, you know, he's going to sit down. And it's an ugly look, man. It's a bad situation, you know, right around the holidays, Christmas time. And I did a short yesterday. I took it down because everyone said I had black. I look at no black eyes. No black eyes. I just got diabetes. Spencer. You know, sometimes they look black at night. It's the lighting. I took it down, but at the same time, I was tired of getting made fun of. It hurt my feelings. At the end of the day, it's never a laughing matter when someone gets locked up, incarcerated, when someone's doing time, man. Spencer. It just isn't. You know, doesn't matter if they're black or brown. None of that matters, you know. He did state time. You know, Crip Mac did his time. You know, a lot of people were tripping because he was on a 50-50 yard. But, you know, to some of the brothers, man, it doesn't matter. You know, he got out. And there's a lot of selective politicking going on, you know. People will sit there and talk shit about the next man for being on a certain yard or being a dropout or non-affiliated or not gangbanging anymore. And then the next man could come do it and, oh, his politics are different, so it's all different with you. You know, the way you think about him. You know, it's a trip. That's just the way it is. You know, it's like a white guy or a black guy tripping off a Mexican for Mexican politics, but they ain't tripping on their own. You know, and I've seen it happen in the flip side and the reverse side too. You know, but that's just part of the game. That's the way it goes right here. We're just going to speak real. Now, what's going to happen to him? Well, it ain't nothing like the state. It ain't nothing like the state. It ain't nothing like a soft 50-50 yard. It ain't nothing like, you know, getting into, you know, prison and just catching a couple fades and then doing your own thing and working out and busting down and eating spreads. You know, the feds is serious. The feds is real. What's even more so serious rather than the prisons is the time. You know, anything that I've ever heard about guys doing time in feds are not the one to fuck with. Right? When they come knocking at your door, they snatch you up in court and you're charged federally. More than likely, Holmes, you're going to do a nice little chunk of time. Now, I don't know if this guy's going to do years. It is a second gun possession, allegedly. You know, I don't know why. Well, I mean, I understand. When you're from LA, you're from Southern California, you got to wiggle on them streets. It's better to be caught with it than without it. That's the saying, right? But when you're caught with it over and over again, obviously you got to be of the understanding that you do not know how to possess that type of possession, because there's some people that know how to tuck it like, fuck it. That's what's up. You know, knowledge you can't get in college. They know how to ride with it, man. They got a bitch or they got a homeboy on the side that they can slide it to that's willing to take that case for them. When you're having money and you're a personality and people know who you are, they know you got that, you know, but you don't need to be holding that. You can slide that to the little homie, keep the little homie with you, Bangladesh time, and it's all good. But a lot of these guys like the feeling that it gives them to have power, man. You know, they think guns are power, or you know, they just like, you know, hey, they want to show off. Look, I got that. Look what I got, man. Look at the color. It changes colors and shit. It's different, right? That's cool. You got it. Other people got it as well. Believe me, you're not the only one. But you seem to be the only one getting caught time and time again. You know, I don't like to slander Crip Mac or talk shit about him. I like to have fun with them. I like to just clown and cap a little bit when it comes to Crip Mac. But at the end of the day, man, I'm pretty sad for the guy. You know, it's a fucked up thing, man. Christmas time, you know, he had a lot of things going on for him. And they're going to continue to go on, I'm sure. You know, he showed everybody. He showed how he changed cripping, cuz he made him, between him and Snoop, and now 600, they made cripping mainstream, right? You know, shout out and respects to the Crips. You know, I did a lot of time with real ones, man. You know, the marathon will always continue. Nip is always in the heart, man, and beloved. You know, all the different Crips, man. I've done a lot of time with A-Trey gangsters, man. 60s, the 40s, Harlems, you know, Compton, the Kelly Park, the list could go on and on. PJ Watts, Grape Street, no doubt. But I will say this, you know, he changed the way people kind of looked at Crippin'. You know, people were basing their assumptions on what Crips are based off of Crip Mac. Don't do that. Don't do that, cuz, you know, on Paru, don't do that. You can't do that. You know, he's just a caricature. He's playing a role on YouTube because people are bought into it. People like to laugh. They like to be entertained, and he's definitely one to do that. Now, I do believe he has a couple screws loose, and he's a dollar bill short of a motherfucking carne asada taco. But at the end of the day, you know, he's doing him, and he can't be hated on for being himself and doing what he's doing. Obviously, it's working because he was making money, working side by side with China Mac managing some shit. They were winning. You know, they were Crothers, cuz, right? And they're doing it. Now, getting locked up, getting right back locked up, you know, because I don't know about you, but you could be out for a year, year and a half, and you get locked up, and it feels like you just got locked right back up. You don't even remember that year and a half. You know, we're going to see where all these chicks that have been fucking with C-Mac, you know, interchangeable chicks, where they at. We're going to see where Adam's at if he's going to put some money on his books. You know, it seems like the only one that usually hangs with Crip Mac when he's locked up is Mama Bear. And then as soon as Crip Mac gets out, every podcaster on YouTube wants to be the first one to get an interview. Well, let me tell you, this is how the interview is going to go. I was locked up, cuz, on 55th. You weren't on 55th Street. You were incarcerated on a block with 55 other guys, chunking them. That's it. That's what prison is. But the feds are going to be much different. You know, I don't know if people are going to take, you know, a lot of the things he done lightly, because feds are very serious. Federal prison is very serious, you know. There's no time for fun and games. A lot of these guys are doing very long, unimaginable stretches, and they're not fucking playing. So we'll see how he rocks with that. Now, as far as, you know, will he beat this case? I don't know the details of the case. I'm sure there's people that were there in court and that know. You know, if he was caught with it on him or in his possession, it doesn't matter. He was still on parole. You are not supposed to be around firearms or any type of explosive devices or anything. You can't even get caught with a bullet. That's it. You can't get caught with a knife over fucking 5 inches, bullets, any type of paraphernalia, drug paraphernalia, you'll get caught, right? You'll get busted. You'll get violated. I was tripping that he didn't, you know, I don't know if he's on parole because he didn't catch a violation on the first one. You know, he's been locked up subsequently since then. You think when he caught this new case, they would have violated him because of the first shit. I don't know. Usually, they hit you with a violation. Maybe he did do a little 30, 40 day. We just didn't hear about it, cuz. I don't know. But at the end of the day, he definitely, man, has to, you know, has to watch what he says when he goes to prison. That's my advice. You know, I've never been to the feds, but I have a lot of homeboys that have been. And it's very serious matters there. Now, will he do years and years and years? I don't think so. You know, he does have priors, man. Those will be used against him, depending upon, you know, the circumstances of the situation. But whatever, man, whatever it is, it's free Crip Mac on mine. You know, I hate to see anyone incarcerated, period. You know, especially, you know, someone who entertains the gente, man, who wakes people up every morning and you know, makes them smile. You know, we need Crip Mac. Believe it or not, even Raza, we need Crip Mac because it's vatos like this, man, that show us that this gangbanging stuff and that the street life, man, albeit it is serious, at times, man, we can have fun within it. You know, so people like that, definitely that have talent, charisma, and are just fucking out of this world, fucking stupid. They are definitely looked upon, man. He's blessed. No matter what you think or what you say, he's blessed. But he continues to hang around with the wrong individuals and he continues to make bad choices. You know, he needs to wake up and understand that not everybody around him has his best intentions at heart. There's a lot of people, man, that are just utilizing and using him to make a bag or to get clout or whatever the case may be. With that being said, you know, he has changed the game. You know, he has changed the ways a lot of people, you know, see or view the Crips, man. But believe it or not, don't let it fool you. Don't let the light skin fool you because you'll get fucked up. On some real shit in real life, you know, just because he represents something or he has derogatory tattoos on his forehead or he lives a certain way, you know, doesn't mean as a youngster, man, that you pattern your life after someone like that. Because as you see, you know, the money, the fame, the clout, the women, none of that matters, man, when the feds come knocking at your door. Now, of course, they say he went to court. He got snatched up from court. I don't think he knew he was going to get charged federally. I think he thought it was just going to be a state thing. Like I said, slap on the wrist, and you get pissed, and he goes. But it didn't work out that way, man. They snatched him. It's an ugly situation. I remember I had a homeboy that got snatched like that, man. He thought it was all good in the hood, man. He went to court. He thought he was just going to get released real quick, pay a little fine. Feds came knocking on his door, man. They came right through. They were like, "Excuse me, Your Honor." The homie looked that way. They looked this way, handcuffs. Next thing you know, he's in a federal detention holding center, wondering what the fuck he's going through. It's real. When the feds come, that's it. They came. You know what I mean? Toma. So, with that being said, man, you're going to hear a lot about it on YouTube. I'm sure a lot of content creators are going to talk about, you know, the severity of his case, detailed out. I'm sure fucking Adam 15 is going to go ahead and fucking milk that. But one thing I will say for sure, man, is free Crip Mac on mines. I hope that he, you know, gets the least amount of time as possible and that he's able to bounce back. And he bounces back with a different type of mind state. A mind state of, you know, continuing to conduct his business, continuing to make his moves, but at the same time, not displaying frivolous, you know, frivolous ways or keeping frivolous people around him. Because when you do that, man, you'll see at the end who's there to rock and who's not. Oh, you'll see. You'll see, man. You know, he'll be forgot about, not talked about after a while. A couple videos and then fairy dust, right? He disappears. But only real ones will continue his legacy and continue to support his family and him while he's incarcerated. With that being said, man, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. It's just a quick one, man. I wanted to drop a little something. It's not breaking news because it broke last night. Crip Mac went to court, LA, Fed snatched him up. What is the breaking news part of it is that it's a Fed case now and things have changed. You know, the dynamics of the case have changed, I guess. You know, I don't know how the feds can just charge you for a certain type of, I don't know, maybe it had a little switch thing, allegedly. Maybe, you know, maybe it shot more than it was supposed to. Maybe it was one of those hang laser guns that motherfucking people were shooting at fucking 6ix9ine. I don't know. At the end of the day, man, it's kind of funny how the guy who's making the bubble go round, the guy who's actually the funny one of the group, right, is always the one locked up. And the other guys are just going to milk this in the process. I'm just saying, though. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose, get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the struggle to strive, the strive to struggle. You see how easy it is to get locked back up? The Vato just got out. Now he's back. Ugly situations. Now, I don't know if there's bail or he's going to get bailed. And he might, perhaps, man. And I hope he does and he's able to fight the case from the concrete. But, you know, that doesn't mean that he's not going to sit down. Because he will sit down. One thing about the feds, man, is when they pull out a seat, they expect you to sit. So, that's just what it is. Anyways, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle and struggle and strive, man. for real ones. Free Crip Mac, man. That's all I can say. Bang, bang. Gonna gang, gang.